Hello, little freaks, and welcome back. I'm fresh off 10 hours of bed rotting, 10 hours of sitting in my bed, scrolling on the phone. Wow, this is a really good TikTok. So I'm in the right mental state to craft up a new video right now, and that's exactly what we're here to do. We are ranking objects I think I could beat in a fight. Okay, and let me tell you. There's not many objects that I couldn't beat in a fight. Like, a guy like me, look at me. And for those that don't know, I'm a Taekwondo black belt. I've been training. I've been doing Taekwondo for, 1, 2, 3, 4. You can't even count it on 2 hands. Yeah, you can actually. It's 7 years. It's 7 years. You can't count that on 2 hands. Here is my tier list. Yes, it's in not Photoshop. It's in a Photoshop-esque application. Because I couldn't figure out how to build an actual tier list on a website or something. So this is how we're doing it. The top level. Yes, I'm beating that thing. All right, I'm bending that thing over. Boba and back shots. Ate them up. You know what I mean? Maybe it was a little bit tough, but I still ate them up in the fight, you know what I mean? Don't even worry. Middle section here, we both get bent over, you know what I mean? We both kind of take back shots at different points in the fight here, and we kind of part ways. The next one, they eat me up, okay? It was a bit of a struggle for them, but you know what? They are the clear victor here, and they kind of ate my shit up. And the last one is I'm actually the one taking the back shots from this object. And now with that, okay, we have to go to our first item. Bang! It's frown lines, baby. Okay, I don't know if you can see in this camera. I got this frown line coming in right here. It's coming in strong. I've got this one up here. I've actually had this frown line up here. And it's like, you know what I mean? In normal light, let's take a look here. Look, you can see that thing, right? You can see it. There's a line right there. Can you see this one? Not in this one. But either way, they're more defined. All right. I've had this one right here since I was like 16 years old. Okay, lots of stress in my life. Do I beat this object in a fight? I think it's safe to say they actually kind of ate me up. Let's be real, they kind of ate me up. They're setting in. I'm 23 years old and I have frown lines, okay? If anybody has any solutions for frown lines that is not Botox, please let me know in the comments. I'm in desperate need. I'm in desperate need of help. Boom. Next object, a vending machine. What constitutes here as winning the fight? Is it maybe eating all the items? Because let me tell you, hey, ladies, I eat. Okay, not a problem for a guy like me. All right, so I think on that, all right, I beat that thing up. You could say, oh, maybe it's it can't operate, you know what I mean? You get the glass and you can kind of reach in and get some objects for free. And let me tell you, again, I'm actually looking a bit skinny. In the waist, snatched. But look, let me tell you, you know what I mean? It's like, bang, I'm in. I think personally, I'm bending this over. All right, vending machine, bent. Next up, we have a fucking vape. And not even specifically the ice cream flavor here, okay? This is just the stock image. But every vape ever, okay? Fuck a vape, bro. This thing, I'll snap that thing like a twig, alright? If you're hitting the vape on the daily, it is snapping you like a twig, however. But for me, alright, I don't fuck with a vape at all, okay? All you guys like, oh, but I need nicotine to survive the day. Shut up. No, you don't. Get a life, get a hobby, okay? Throw that thing in the water. This thing, all right, it's bent over. All right, I would actually put it a tier higher. Next item. Everybody at some point in their life has been driving along the highway of life, seeing one of these things at a car dealership, waving around like some kind of silly-ass dude. And I'm not talking about, like, this one looks a bit small. I'm specifically talking about the ones that you see outside the car dealership, alright? Those big ass motherfuckers, okay, that are like, you know, a bajillion times my size. Now you might look at this and think, no, I could easily beat this. And here's where you're wrong. This is just hands and feet. I'm gonna be punching this thing. It's just gonna blow itself back up. You know what I mean? It's waving around. He's like, so he comes down here and I grab onto one of the hands. But you know what? My waist is snatched. So I don't weigh enough anymore to keep him down there. But he's actually just kind of gonna come up and like fling me off. Hey, I think it's over. I would say the inflatable, it's gonna bend me over. All right. Now here we have Donald Trump supporters. Okay, this is the next object, and you might say, that's a person, not an object. But you know, here's the thing: if you're voting for Donald Trump, or I guess I should say, if you voted for Donald Trump, you're kind of just an NPC. You kind of are just an object. You know what I mean? Wrong. You're out here objectifying women anyway, telling them to get back in the kitchen and make you a sandwich. How about, you know, you get back on the labor sites and make me my 6 figures a year to spend on my bags and my makeup. I don't know, any other women things. Not tampons, not pads, you know, come on, ladies, they should be for free, am I right? Am I right, guys? Okay. So I would put them in the I bend them over category. But I did bet on Kamala to win the election, and I lost $100 on that bet. So, otherwise, you know what I mean? Any Donald Trump supporter ever, like, I win that. Now, next up, we have a bottle of Fireball, okay? This is the number one alcohol of all time. Close second, a bottle of wine, okay? I've recently discovered I love like a Moscato. When I'm out with the girls, having some wine on ladies' night, we get silly. Alright, but anyway, a bottle of Fireball. Well, let's see, you know, there's been times I've been hunched over the side of the toilet, thrown up in, you know, off one of these, but there's been times I've just demolished a bottle. Like, this thing tastes so good. I drink that thing. So, we both get bent over, okay? It's going in the middle, you know what I mean? It depends on the context here. It depends on the situation. And maybe it's at a crazy night out. Maybe I'm just home alone in my room. And that's okay. And that's okay. Next up is the toilet. Okay? This is gonna be an easy one. Alright, my bowel movements are... they're different, okay? This toilet right here, survives nothing, okay? Sometimes I'll be flying off the toilet, okay? To not to get into too much detail here, but sometimes I will be flying off the toilet. And you know, for that reason, I bend the fuck out of this toilet. Now, we have a timer, you know, used to maybe measure how fast you're going, how long you're running for. For me personally, you know what I mean? I've been on my jogging grind recently. I'm using this to go running. I've been following a Couch to 5K program, okay? And let me tell you, I'm up to week 6 out of week 8. It's been good, but recently, alright, I've had to stop listening to the podcast because it's just silence, and I need a bit of music. So I've been putting the stopwatch on, and this motherfucker, okay, sometimes I'll look at it and I'm like, 10 minutes. I just have to run for another 10 minutes. I can't do another 10 minutes, bro. And I actually lose like all will to live at that point. Mission failed. I would actually say specifically just when I'm out running this toilet, this timer, alright, it's bending me over. Next item, a dog collar. I think self-explanatory. I think nothing else said. Last, but certainly not least, you know, these things can grow pretty tall. A tree. Could I beat a tree in a fight? Motherfucker, do you think this is Minecraft? Do you think we're in Minecraft right now? Because no, bitch. No. But it's not gonna bend me over either, you know what I mean? It's just gonna eat me up. Yummy. Because what's it gonna do? I'm gonna be attacking this tree. I'm just gonna be damaging myself. At any point I can choose to stop. At any point I can choose to stop. It's just gonna eat me up. Now, I know I just said that was the last item on the list. But there's actually one more. What the Sigma? And it's you. And let me tell you, I'm bending you over. Come here! But yeah, I'm looking at... sorry, I was just looking at myself in the camera. I was like, wow, I'm looking really good. When I... Okay, let's move on.